Hello and welcome back to part 48 of our Fallout 76 beginner's walkthrough. I'm here back at my camp, and you will find sometimes after going out on excursions and coming back that the local wildlife or roaming hordes have grieved your camp while you were gone. One way to check this really quick, I wanted to point this out in the video, is if you go to your actual camp and it says repair all structures, then you'll know that someone has torn some stuff up in your absence. When you hit this, it'll tell you what you need. Apparently, I need to pick a gourd and some corn on top of all those other things that I already have. I'm not really going to grieve the loss of my, let's see, okay, I don't have a blackberry. I'm not really too worried about that, but let's get a ear of corn and a gourd. And again, since I don't have a blackberry, I guess I should have pointed. You can't repair all use this option if you don't have everything. So apparently one of my corns need to be repaired. One of my gourds needs to be repaired. Should be 4 gourds. Harvest. There it is. And based on all the gears and oil, I'm going to assume that one of my turrets needs to be repaired. There it is. Let's check this one. Yep. That's probably how my crops became. They got access to the crops as they took out my machine gun turrets. Another thing that can help is to have a camp ally. When we finish with our Whitesprings and Signal quest, or perhaps even just the Whitesprings, we'll go see if we can't get Beckett. He's a pretty good camp ally, and he will also stay here and protect your camp while you're gone. But that being said, let's go ahead and continue where we left off, and let's go to the Whitesprings Refuge. That's a come on. There we go. Go to the Whitesprings Resort. That's free fast travel. Let's go to the exterior so I can walk in the front door and begin this from the beginning. Now that the responders have been reborn and have taken over the Whitesprings as a refuge, we'll walk in, get to know all the responders that are inside. I believe there's something like 12 different step and fetch it quests that can be done while inside the refuge. You won't get all 12 at once. It kind of becomes, there'll be 3 dailies that will spawn on a daily basis. And I also noticed while looking at my daily quests to see what's in the dailies, it mentioned completing the Fosnock event. And I'm not sure if we'll get to that in this episode, but we will do that soon. So here we are at the Whitesprings. So let's go ahead and go in. Oh, let's...
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others? Feels like I've died and gone to heaven.
Let's clear... Going back to this, visit the giant teapot. We've done that quest in a previous video. Let's go in the refuge. Sorry for the additional cutscene. And we'll meet the main characters here. So we will be going through a bit of dialogue, a lot of lore. So unfortunately, not a lot of action in this particular video. And if you're not interested in doing the quests here at the refuge, I guess you could even skip it. While we're here though, let's go ahead and get some extra XP through brain fungus soup. I think yeah, it looks like we've...
I got a veiled threat from Orlando the other day telling me they'd reprogram me if I'm not more positive.
Now that that's settled, did Miss Rucker have any other...
Whitespring is in shambles! A mess! How can I clean that which continues to dirty itself? Oh, these responders have gone too far! The better question is, what is right? Everything has run amok. Chaos. Chaos! The responders have taken over the Whitespring. Imagine all of the dirty footprints on the carpet. Dust all over the tables. The horror.
And Esme's got something going on in the kitchen.
I am but a humble servant of the Whitespring Resort, dedicated to greeting each guest with pleasantries and candor. Or I was, back when our guests had class and decorum. It's some sort of relief effort for all of the refugees in and around Appalachia. If only there was a relief effort for my stress. That would be the enigmatic Orlando. They oversee the Whitespring and are allowing the responders to stay here, as well as their constituents.
So that's all the...
I do apologize for the mess.
Yes.
Please enjoy your stay.
Again, I know I normally kind of skip through all of this, but I will be exploring all of the conversation options as we play through. Any of you that have come here in previous versions before this Whitespring resort was taken over, or the Whitesprings Refuge was created in the Pit DLC, you can tell that the robots and human people that were here after the bombs dropped were not too happy about the riffraff.
I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor. Robot butlers?
And this will be the
refuge
enigmatic
or a palace?
Orlando as described. So let's have a conversation with him.
Very charming, but to be honest with you, I'm not really sure why they're helping us.
Yeah, he's just a random
There's a
responder.
chess set around here if you ever want to play.
That's great.
Well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for just one moment. That will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf.
All right.
Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The Whitespring is now home to the refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The refuge is being run by the responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them.
They chose to send me somewhere safe and not somewhere like that.
What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, the responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. those industrious wonders, have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourselves. You might be just who they're looking for.
Look at what a mess they're making.
Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the Pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause.
So instead of going through these, let's just say, sure, I'm in. What's next?
Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That
Great.
other thing, of course, being the ultrasight battery cells, which fuel the vertibird. Ultracells, if you prefer.
Mr. Della Ripa only likes to organize stamps. Nothing else.
Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the refuge has, though I believe she's less than comfortable with the title.
So we'll
You
go
can
find
her
Rucker.
in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Ms. Wagner, over in the common area, is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded.
So those are the three that we'll hit up.
Wonderful, my dear. I'm certain you will be a tremendous help to them and the refuge. When you are finished with each of them, I recommend you speak with Mr. Skippy Rorich, the Pit Union representative. I imagine he'll want to discuss the situation in the pit with you before you embark. Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it.
All right, thank you. So now those folks are added to our quest line.
I could really use a drink, but Rucker wants us sober on the job.
So following the, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the holotape for now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see.
The Whitespring is
Well,
fabulous this time of year.
how do I turn off the holotapes? It says it's a miscellaneous.
I'm not shooting lasers at you.
I don't see it under miscellaneous. Oh, miscellaneous. There we go. We'll do that later. Right now, let's go talk to the folks that need talking to. Here's the chef lady. She'll send us on a quest for ingredients, I'm pretty sure.
Bonjour, my name is Esme Rousseau, but most people around here know me as Chef Esme. We've had some representatives from Foundation and Crater come here seeking assistance with the recent influx of refugees. I thought that we could help them out by providing some food for their people. I've started a pot of venison and potato stew, one of my newest creations. Would you be able to help me finish it?
Sure. That's what we're here to do. Although, let's talk to her later. Well, I have some time to cook.
Wonderful! I can't wait to whip up something delicious for everyone. The stew requires potatoes, venison, salt, black pepper, and carrots. The ingredients can be found in our storage area. Your job is to grab the ingredients and put them in before the stew burns. Super! Let's have you start by stirring the stew, which will help keep it from burning. Remember
right.
to continuously stir during the cooking process.
So what we do is kind of get around to where we can grab this ladle, and that's how we stir the stew.
Fantastique! Let's get the first of the ingredients and prepare them. You're looking for carrots, potatoes, and the pièce de résistance, the venison.
All right, let's turn off some of these other waypoints, just so we can focus on getting her stuff. So here we are. We're looking for there's the venison. We need potatoes and carrots. Let's see what's usually kind of on these shelves here or in these baskets. Ah, there's some potatoes. Now we need to find the carrots.
The work I do is extremely rewarding. Boy, is it tiring.
Potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh.
Oh.
You rats.
There's this other door here. Oh, that leads back. It says we need to go this way. Oh, let's look in the fridge. Nothing in the fridge. Like I said, usually everything you need is on these shelves or in these baskets. I'm gonna feel kind of stupid. Yeah, we only have a minute, but that's okay.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry
Okay.
about?
Can't go that way. Ah, here's the other storeroom.
Protectron barked the other day. Am I
Let's
going
see.
crazy?
Gotta be on one of these shelves here.
Need anything?
Yeah, I need some damn carrots. There they are.
Ooh, that'll land up and talk the bark off a tree.
There we go. Now we gotta get back before it burns.
I can't wait until dinner.
Stir the stew. Add the ingredients. Oh, we gotta chop the carrots. Here's the cutting board. Gotta pound the venison. And wash the potatoes. We might just make it.
This is smelling delicious. Let's add more flavor with some salt and pepper now.
No problem too big to solve.
Alright. Find the bowl of salt and pepper. Yeah, it looks like we're not gonna make it in time. Let's see. Oh, she gave us some more time.
Please have a seat.
I thought that was the salt there.
Be with you shortly.
And now the pepper must be in the
Can't believe we got
other
bird up
storeroom.
That's a step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
Let's see if we... We see I think we're in the right area for the pepper.
Yeah, Responder's gonna need more jumpsuits at this rate.
Well, let's just finish the stew.
This blood-leaf aioli really elevate. Oh no, the stew has burned. Do not be discouraged though. Without failure, there is no improvement. Here is your stew. Something is better than nothing, yes? Hopefully, either the settler or raider representative will find some use for this. I last saw them in the bar area.
So next we have to give the stew to whoever is waiting for it. And we'll get the reward whether we made it right or not.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few rats.
So let's see. Got this raider looking guy here.
You have anything to do with this place? We got a bunch of people coming into Crater, trying to eat all our food.
I have some food for you.
We eat garbage or something in Crater? What a joke.
And we get some stuff for that. Oh, and leveled up. I'll save that for off camera. Alright, and let's go ahead and talk to Rucker. Follow the waypoint for that.
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a single person could be spread so thin.
As we continue this trope of the unwilling lead.
Robot tried to give me a haircut before heading off.
Well, seems like timing is one of your strong suits. Look, I can stitch up a gash with the best of them. But Appalachia, well, she can do a lot worse than cut us open. Got a lot of folks here with sickness we don't understand, and injuries we don't know how to treat. What we need more than anything is know-how. So I propose we trade what I got that I don't need for what you need that you don't got. I've heard you're looking ahead into the pit, and the only safe way out of Appalachia is that metal bird Lennox has perched up on the roof. And what keeps her in the air are those ultrasite cells Orlando keeps locked up. So, that's the deal. You bring back medical information that'll help me figure out how to help these folks, and I'll get you all the juice you need.
All right.
You don't mind a trip over to Cranberry Bog? Can the responders count on you?
Sure.
Nice. Well, let's get to it then.
Well, unfortunately,
anything you're able to find, go ahead and bring it back to our lead medic. I'll let her know to look for you. Good luck out there.
now we're not gonna go all the way to Watoga.
There's no problem too big to solve.
So let's turn that off. Now
If you
let's
see anyone struggling out in Appalachia, be sure to tell them about the White Spring.
Considering all of the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. We'll see.
Please seat yourself. A waiter will be with you shortly.
and you can see here are some. If you go into this area, you can see some tool benches if you need to scrap. And this is Skippy's home. Let's just stop by and talk to him for a second, even though we haven't started this quest. Here he is. Get his story.
Hey, sport. You wouldn't happen to be handy with an electrocompression spanner, would you?
And
Oh, what am I saying? Of course you aren't. I invented the thing. Sorry to put you on the spot, kid. I'm Skippy Rorich, but you can call me Skip, Ro, Skippo, or whatever else you fancy. I'm here on behalf of the Union. We're a band of loose-knit freedom fighters from the pit up north. We're looking to get our home back from a group of raiders called the Fanatics, hoping Appalachia has some help to offer in that. The pit is, well, it used to be Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now it's something else entirely, overrun by all manner of nasty. But it's our home, and we want to win it back, clean it up, and make it livable again. Oh, don't worry about that thing. Barely works anyway. Silly to bring it up. Oh, we're past the electro spanner. Consign it to the dustbin of history. I'm moving on to the hydrolo spanner. Much higher ceiling on that one. Not at all. Ask away. And I'll tell you everything you want to know. The Union is our grand experiment in human decency in the pit. All the people working together to rebuild a place that most say ain't worth rebuilding. We fight the fanatics, the ferals, and any other awful thing that stands to hold back progress in the Steel City. And there are a lot of those. Well, you know, we used to be a trade union before the war. A lot of us are holdovers from those days, old factory hands. Sticking together now like we did then. But we take all kinds, so long as they share the goal of winning back our foul city and making it fair again. That mix makes us a rowdy bunch, but it's also our secret sauce. Our eclectic minds think of things our enemies wouldn't imagine. So we stay one step ahead, or even an inch ahead, but that's enough to keep us in the game. Quite frankly, because the odds are stacked against us. We represent civilization in the pit. Most folks up there have put that by the wayside, given in to their animal instincts. We want our home back, but we can't do it alone. That's all there is to it. If the fanatics unite the pit, they'll start marching elsewhere. That's trouble for Appalachia, trouble for you. If that ain't motivation enough, well, I'll make it worth your while, don't you worry. War breeds innovation. If there's one thing we have, it's that. We can build you all manner of fighting gear. Guns, grenades, armor, you name it. It'll be yours if you give us your aid. I'm the Union's inventor, quartermaster, and coordinator. I'm the brain guy. I use the know-how in this dome here.
Kind of worried if he's the brain guy.
In any way I can. Sure thing.
And we're going to go ahead and nope out about that.
Oh, well, okay then. Anytime, my friend.
And we'll finish talk to the medical officer. But as you can see, here's Tinker's workbench we can use if we need to scrap.
Oh, the work I do is
Always a pleasure to see a guest.
But boy, is
These robots sure make my job easier.
There's the
Wines are sold by the glass, bottle, and case.
seems to have lots of good stuff here. But if we need to sell, there's our vendor. Then we'll go on to the clinic here.
Why even bother helping people who can't help
I think we can make this place home for a lot of people,
Robot butlers?
yourself included.
Is this a refuge?
Well, hello there, stranger. Pleased to meet you. I'm Sophie Wagner. Look around. The Refuge. Quite a place, isn't it? I mean, sure, fancy pants, golf club, resort, that's nice, but I'm talking about the Refuge. A haven for the lost, the dispossessed, the hungry, and unfortunate. A monument to our ability to have compassion for each other. Isn't it grand? Isn't it worth preserving, building, growing? Now that's what I'm talking about. People supporting each other. You got the right spirit. Rucker's put me in charge of running a bit of a donation drive. Have you met Rucker? She's amazing, you should. Anyway, it might surprise you to know an operation like this is always churning through supplies. We work hard to keep things in stock, and that funny Orlando character does their best to help out as well, but well, we still have shortfalls. So here I am, asking generous folks such as yourself to help us fill in those gaps and keep the Refuge running.
All right. What do you need?
Let me check my notes. We always need molded plastic. You can never have too much of it, and I gotta be honest, we don't have enough. I'd love it if you could help us with, 50 pieces? We could do a surprising amount of good for a surprising amount of people.
All right, we should have that in our stash box. But I don't have it right now.
That's okay. Who just carries that around in their pockets or whatever, right? I'll be here all day, though. If you want to come back, bring it by later. If you can, of course. You know where to find me.
Yes,
It'd
yes,
really
I do.
make my day if you did.
I'm going to leave you hotkeyed. All right. If we want to tune up, we also have instruments here to tune up.
I don't smell anything.
So the next thing to do is to see if we can't find the front door. Ah.
You look like you could lose some weight. From your bulk.
Well, hello. Do you like Nuka-Cola? Don't be silly. Of course you do. Exclusive to the Whitespring, early release bottles of the newest cola sensation, Nuka-Cola Quantum.
So here's another vendor that we can.
It's about all that
Let's go ahead and sell these.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe and not
I heard about what
somewhere
happened in Morgantown.
like that.
I know it was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Not somewhere.
With all these supplies, we could really do some good trading with them.
And there's all kind of people here we could talk to.
Can you lend me a hand?
Sure.
Well, I'm a representative from Foundation. I'm just here to talk about some trade deals and to request assistance with the recent stream of refugees from the pit. Well, we think it's kind what they're doing here for the refugees, but a lot of them are coming to Foundation too, and we just don't have the resources to take care of that many people.
Okay.
All right, talk to you later.
Yeah, we didn't give her the food. We gave it to the representative from Crater. We can talk to him again.
What? Who I am doesn't matter. I'm just here to keep an eye on things for Meg. Nothing but a problem. All it's doing is encouraging new people to come to Appalachia. Sickly people. If they're too weak to make it on their own, then maybe they shouldn't be the ones to survive.
Oh, but you didn't mind the handout.
Are you talking about that inedible slop that you gave us? Because I don't remember getting any sort of meal. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll do. Maybe next time we'll do better. Sorry. And let's go out. We'll run over to the stash box at the station and get her plastic. Sorry again for this cutscene, but that's the cost of doing business here. But surely I'm pretty sure we have 50 plastic in our stash box back at the station. Here we go. And the station is this away. Let's see. Oh, darn it. Picked up a little friend. Sorry, but we have places to be. Come on. Sprint. Let's see. Do a little scrap. Oh, don't have any. And go to our junk drawer. And we're looking for plastic. Molded plastic. Yep. How many do we want? 50. There we go. And back to the Whitespring. Come on.
If you're caught out and about with no place to go, the responders have an outpost in Flatwoods.
That's have an outpost in Flatwoods. Well, I guess there is the lone responder that stayed behind. And we'll turn in this 50 pieces of plastic.
The Whitesprings decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers.
Glad to see you've returned. Are you ready to donate?
Yep.
You do? Amazing. Thank you so much. This is going to be a big help. It just so happens I got a little something for you as a reward for your generosity. Rucker set aside some ultrasight battery cells that can spare you from the ones the Whitespring management doles out. Fancy a vertibird trip? They're not much use for anything else, but I got a feeling you're gonna need them. See? Mutual aid. Everybody wins. Thanks so much for the help. Drop by again. If I know Rucker, I'll be looking for something new every day. Take care of yourself.
Maybe I come off a little too strong. No, maybe not strong enough.
And some more stuff. You can see here's somebody else hanging around.
The world beyond Appalachia someday. Maybe I'll even go to the West Coast.
Is that right?
Ad Victoriam, citizen. My name is Initiate Ellison of the Brotherhood of Steel. How may I be of service? Oh man, did I get that right? I did, didn't I? Score! Shoot. I mean, shoot as in ask me something. Don't fire at me.
Can't believe we got a vertibird.
Ask away.
Step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
And then we can ask all of this stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Sure
So let's
thing.
go ahead. We'll talk to him
It's
later.
Initiate Ellison. But yeah, I'll see you later.
Yeah, he's one of the possible quest givers. As we see, if we were to go back and do this code blue
This place could stand
and
to
go to
have
our
some
map, it's going to take us way over here. Let's see. Let's see if Fosnock is...
There's times you've gotta accept the cards.
Fosnock is going to be there in
I'm gonna make
Helvetia.
the best of it.
I don't see that event is... But here, let's do this.
Appalachia's supposed to be the safest place around, but I've heard of the monsters that lurk in the woods here.
So let's show this on the map. So yeah, it's down here in Watoga, which is way far away from where we're at. It'll be a long time before we get down to Watoga.
I think I heard a
But we can go back to the holotapes
Am I going crazy?
and finish up around the golf course. We cleared out the cabins. So now let's go to the pool and the golf course and the driving range and a few other fun things to explore. So we're going to turn that off. And as a side quest, well, miscellaneous. There we go. Collect the,
I'd love to be a senior scribe someday. I can't think of a higher honor.
Potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few reds.
Always make sure to boil your water
hand?
before you drink
Getting a
it.
little bored sitting around here all
A
day.
safe haven filled with people trying to help others. Feels like I've died and gone to heaven.
Tannen, another scotch. Ma'am. What about you, Liz? Have you made up your mind yet? Oh, Bill's keen on Charleston. We were social with the governor. I'm sure he'd make arrangements for us. Evans, that snake? He was always for sale. Not a terrible thing if you're the buyer. Can you imagine parading into town like a troop of beggars? And Charleston, no less. It always was a slum. Now, with refugees swarming like flies? Ugh. No. The resorts are the better option. If the Whitespring won't have us, we should try Pleasant Valley. Even Sunnytop. Sunnytop? Really? I'm not there for the skiing. Or the clientele. But I'd rather stay at a shoddy lodge than take my chances with whatever may be going on down in the valley. Ma'am. Just set it down, set it down. Now, let's finish this rubber. $1 a point.
so you get an idea about the previous occupants of the Whitesprings.
It's funny what comes to mind at a time like this. When I was little, I used to come here with my grandfather. Every morning, we'd sit right here, have donuts, read the paper, just the two of us. Everything changes. They got rid of the donuts, and the staff, and the whole world. This spot, it's still here. Joyce did her best. They all did. Hope they make it out there. As for me, I'm going to stay right here. Have one last donut. Whatever happens, happens. Everything changes, but in the end, I can't imagine a place I'd rather be.
That's great. Sentimental moment at the Whitesprings.
All right. Settle down. I know the last few weeks have been a shock. We all hoped we could stay here forever. But when you stop and think about it, we've been blessed. So many people have had it so much worse. For the past year, the Whitespring has been our home.
Here at the
A
second
shelter
floor,
from
you can
storm
see
just
there's
outside the gates. It's time for us to face that storm.
not much for us to
But
do.
we're ready. Ready like none of us was on that day. We've had time to plan, to prepare, to stock up, to find friends to share the road ahead. The Whitespring bought us that time. Let's make the most of it. Ladies and gentlemen, one last toast. To the Whitespring.
That was nice, sentimental, but nice. You can see that this is kind of a dead end. And we're going to need to go out to the golf course. All right. Yes, we've still got the golf club and the driving range and the pool area. Got several more areas to investigate here at the Whitespring that we didn't get to in our last video. Last video was essentially just the cabanas, gift shops, the museum, the Presidential Suite Museum. We've got a couple other interesting things to find and encounters along the way here. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have time to trigger Fosnock, and I'll give you a look at that event since that's one of our dailies. Alright, we're not always going to have the protection of the Protectrons. Here we have this little putting green here at the back of the Whitesprings. We also have this little back receptacle. Nope. Well, looks like we missed one on the inside. There we found it. Got the entrance to. Location discovery bonus and another cutscene. In the past, I tried to edit these cutscenes out, and I wound up just losing videos. We have some studios here.
May result in detention, removal,
and here we have a legendary exchange, some workshops set up here, another bot to trade with, Friedrich, some terminals. Let's get that. Is it in the next room?
We offer exceptional work from local artisans.
Oh. Listen to Joyce's message.
Dave, honey, it's Joyce. I don't know if you'll ever get this, but I wanted to make sure there was something here if you came looking. If you made it. God, where to start? It's about 2:30 in the morning, New Year's, 2079.
So she made it a couple of years after the yeah, since the bombs dropped.
A couple of the staff, about 100 guests, and the robots. Never thought I'd be grateful for the robots. We made out all right. Even made me manager.
And you can check these terminals if you want. And lots of interesting lore.
We have to go. Paula and I. We're leaving for Charleston in the morning. I've missed you and the girls. missed you so much. Take care of them for me, alright? All my love. Always.
Please do not interfere with resort security patrol.
Welcome to the Whitesprings. Deputy Acting Assistant Manager Stratton. Please, do let me know if there's anything my...
Maintain situational awareness. The grounds are not secure.
Here we go. And again, if you want to
recording. All right. What are we looking at?
I've got nothing.
Really, Lou? Really?
it's a pretty easy one.
Don't tell me you don't know how to hack them. Can't you just shut them off or keep them from turning on us? There has to be a way.
Paula.
No. Really, no. I'm sorry, Paula. We've tried everything.
Let's see, they didn't give us a very good...
A terminal. We've been locked out. We're getting kicked out.
Let's see, we got words that end in E. Let's try face.
How's the training going?
Friedrich's
Oh.
classes are a joke, but the guests have been pitching in. The Warrens picked up a few things on safari. Sergeant Thomason's been teaching marksmanship.
Thomason?
So you can read
Thinks the communists are bugging his room?
all this is lore about what happened at the White Springs after the... And then there was Joyce. We know from her holotape that she left.
The all-you-can-carry shopping spree was a hit. No one turned that down. Anyone have anything else? Robert.
Again, lots of looting, but we're going to go ahead and try and...
Keeping on.
Good.
This will lead us to the
game is on
refuge.
Sunday. So,
And this is what's left of
maybe
the
our last step.
resort, manned by all the robots.
whatever happens, we did all we could this past year. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
So we can see that the staff of the White Springs did their best when having to deal with their snooty guests, and lasted about a year or so after the bombs dropped. Again, you can read all of the lore. There's lots of shopping to do, robots to interact with. Might have picked up some decent plans or weapons, but again, you're going to get a better price from player vendors. Let's see if we can't find that final holotape here. And get down to the driving range. Also, there's kind of a fountain in the middle, and it actually tends to have at least one high-level enemy around the fountain. We'll see what it is. I've seen honeybees, death claws. If you can lure them back, you can get the protectrons and robots to help you a bit. So since we're about to get back in the action here, could use a little food and drink. Now the moot fruit will give us 1 agility, so we want to drink it before we drink anything that gives us 2 agility, because we don't want to cancel that out. So here's 2 perception from the carrot juice, some disease resistance from the razor grain, and let's go ahead and eat some glowing meat steak, and that'll get us good. Now, I do have to be again, these vehicles will explode. Kind of makes it a tough slog. If everybody remembers all of these cabins we visited last time. Oh, hey you. That wake anybody else up? Oh. Glad we didn't light that car on fire. That was a close one. Oh, thanks for the bobby pin. Nearby corpses. Sure, I'll take that. Here's the fountain. Anything of oh, wonder glue. That looks like, yeah, alarm clock. Don't need any toothpaste. Oh, fancy hairbrush. There's silver. Can loot the buses. Again, kind of be... There can be a high-level enemy around here sometimes. Have to be a little bit careful. Spring house. You actually get... If I hear bees, that leads me to believe... Oh, I didn't want the bottle. Take, oh, a sweet roll. That's always welcome. Yep, I hear bees. That leads me to believe there's a honey beast around here. You're supposed to be able to drink from here. At least you could before. Alright, let's get on out of here. We want to get... Ah, crap. So much for get out of here. Oh. There's a couple of them. Let's get running. Load. Let's run. Time to run. Like I said, the best thing to do is to try to get these guys to follow you back to... Oh, let's stim pack. Oh, come on. Stim pack. And run. Get them to follow you back to where the robots are. Yep. Come on. Did we outrun them? Oh, well, we have some bee swarms. Oh. Again, there's the... If we can get back to the safety of the Whitesprings. Alright. Oh, darn it. Oh, there's their legendary. Got him. Uh-oh. Chain reaction. About to happen. Come on, little rat away.